Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm negative, and I just had to come to terms with why. So I'm not happy. Not happy at all. All right, we are finishing up some medium impact news. See what we do here. Good morning, Amelia. Good morning. Good morning. I've only taken one trade. I actually did miss a trade, which I'll show you guys that, but my loss here was an invalid trade, something that I forget about sometimes. Divergence off of the session low. And guess what? We don't take divergence off the session low on Fridays. So, and I just thought about it. I was like, wait a second. Like, legit just thought about it. I'm like, what was that trade again? So, starting off negative for no reason. But like I said, I did miss one trade. Wasn't really purposefully. What was this? I missed this buy right here. Rotated over my minor level and over the support level, and you can see we got a nice almost 100 tick move off of that. So yeah, annoyed is an understatement. It's an understatement. So yeah, we're negative for nothing, but that's all right. Hopefully it is triple witching day, I think, today. So hopefully we get enough movement and the correct type of movement. But it could be a little sus. But yeah, I literally cannot believe I did that. It's been so many Fridays that I have actually remembered that rule. So for me to forget today, it's like, how'd you forget that, babes? I probably need to rewrite it on my cheat sheet. Even though I don't really look down at my cheat sheet much anymore when it comes to divergence trades, because I pretty much know them by heart at this point. So that might not have helped, but that's what happens when you forget what day it is. So my goal is to get this account back to, well, get both accounts back in profit for the week, which it looks like I'm down 188 on one account and 198 on another. So if we could just end today about $200 in profit, that would be nice. But it sucks because I was only $90 away. We are trading near yesterday's low. Let's see if it's used as a point of support. All right, let's move this up here. At a buy rotation level, so if we could trade above it, we might continue to push up. Just pulled back to my middle level. PLC just moved too far. It was where I wanted it to be the entire time until then. That would have been break even right there. I wanted the PLC to stay pretty much in the wick of this candle. But we moved to the body, and we moved high up in the body too. I cannot believe I made this mistake there. I've been so diligent with not taking those trades. I just can't believe I did it. Gold did something today. My system has caught every gold move today, but I didn't take all the trades. Now online safety. Why not? Why you hesitating? Let me see what gold looking like. Gold is moving nice. Very interesting. Yeah, from 8:30 on. I mean, just simple pullbacks. Very nice. I always felt like gold moved pretty smooth. My problem is when it don't move, baby. Ugh, who wants to sit through that? We are consolidating pretty heavy. I am still so mad at myself, y'all. Especially because I missed the win. So even with this mistake right here, I would have been break even, but I'm just mad at myself for not thinking about the current low that we were forming when I took the, I mean, I did think about it, but just completely forgetting the fact that we don't trade off the lows and highs on Fridays, because the lows and highs typically continue to run on Fridays. Fridays are typically just such trending days. So I just cannot believe I did that. Just cannot believe it. What does the one trade look like? Oh, that's off the 30. It would be a 10 at the moment. We're kind of stair-stepping down with the lower highs. Trying to make new highs, but we're literally failing each time. Short at the open and close the trade 20 minutes later and you're good to go for the week. Really? Gold broke my heart a few months ago till we broke up, but might be getting back together soon. You should, I mean, somebody was asking me about gold the other day because they used to trade crude oil, and I was like, I mean, it moves to me, gold moves as smooth as crude oil does, but it moves more than crude oil most of the time. But I told her to try it out. I mean, I don't see a problem with gold. I think once I have like my system in place, I am going to see if what I'm doing now can translate over to gold. I really wish I still took 1 bar pullbacks because this is actually a really nice trade right here. That 1 bar pullback, it rotated over 2 levels plus the VWAP. It's a pretty good move. I just still don't really know how I want to take the 1 bar pullbacks, honestly. So it doesn't move, it turns into NQ. Yeah. Okay. I'm not interested in this first pullback, to be honest. I'm really looking for the first divergence trade after this one because we don't take divergence after a 1 bar pullback. So, and I don't like this pullback, so I'm just looking for the next divergence sell after this. See what we can get. Divergence has not been my friend lately. Not the counter trend, at least. Nope. Only thing, but I don't really pay attention to this, but the POC was like literally right on this prime high line. And I don't really know if that matters, to be honest with you. I pay more attention to if the POC is like on the current high or something like that. Or like the rotation level. I don't really pay attention to it being on the prime high. But maybe I need to start. I don't know. And maybe I should also just look at taking them at the prime highs and lows, because at one point I was not taking them at all, and at other times I was okay if it wicked, which it did right here. It did wick, but maybe I'm gonna stop taking them all together. I don't know. I think that would be something to look at. I don't know. Maybe I will look at that. Because to me, I feel like if I'm going to take a trade where we're close to the previous high, I feel like it just needs to only be double tops and double bottoms. Well, double bottoms if it's near the prime low. Because this to me is, I don't know. I feel like this should be the start of, okay, the trend is exhausting because it's so close to the previous high. And the trend exhausting with being a higher high versus being a double top, I don't know if I like. I can't take the sell because this bar right here reacted off of this support level. So, and what is the number there? Okay. Yeah, I'm a little iffy on that. I think that'll be one thing that I can look at today. Days like today are just annoying because I shouldn't even have that first trade in there anyway. A nice move. The PLC was where I wanted it to be partially. I just wanted it to be a little higher. It was in the wick like I wanted, but I needed it to be higher in the wick. Let's see. But yeah, I'm going to look at that though. What was that? Divergence. So I feel like that trade right there could really be either way. It could be that we're at the prime high. It also could be that the POC was literally on the prime high. I really don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Let's see, I would have to break even. I was questioning this trade because we reacted off of a level right there. And I would have had to break even immediately because I did see the zigzag change. You can see we literally just bounced off of my major level right there. Everything was great about the trade, but I kind of had a feeling that the zigzag would end up changing. I don't really like taking many divergence trades where the zigzag is in the same direction or the same color as the direction I'm going in, because I have to break even as soon as it changes. So it was a nice push, but it would have just been break even anyway. Good morning, Janelle. Slightly green. Market is looking a bit red today. Gold is crazy. I can never get in on time. Yeah, the market's... It's actually not a horrible day for me, honestly. The mistake earlier is really what's killing my P&L right now. But it's cool. Just remind myself of, remember what day it is. That's it, that's all. Alright, PLC moved too high. Now it's back low. Really pushed too far. But yeah, so that was my fault. I'm very curious. Once I look at the counter trend divergence at the prime highs and lows, I'm very curious to see what I'm gonna end up doing with that. Cause let me see if I could find the page where I first started looking at it. Cause I know I looked at it at some point. which is why I came up with it to begin with. I just don't remember when I did. And what I used to do, and I need to start doing this again, but what I used to do was like at the end of every week, I would have a page in my journal where I write down all adjustments that I made for that week. That way, and put like a little tab on it. That way it was very easy for me to look for certain things, because I just needed to look at this one page for each week. Because I do so much like study journaling in between days. Oh my God, that's gonna make my chart freeze. Damn. That was the trade that I wanted to. Oh, I guess I could still take it. Even though the zigzag changed, I don't know if I should be in it, but we're in it. Maybe I shouldn't be. Are you gonna do that? Maybe I have to get out. So I gotta start getting out with zigzag changes on this trade too. I had a feeling. I know for sure, because this is something that I looked at recently. I know for sure this is only set up like one other time. It won, but I think when I'm trading into the zone like this, I want to go back to this swing. The last swing has to be, this swing's volume needed to be less than that one. Even though I'm trading into the zone, the POC was in the zone. Everything was how I wanted it to be except that volume right there. And I know, because I promise y'all, I just looked at this. It only happened one other time in like 6 weeks. Because most of the time that volume's going to be less. And now I'm irritated because I'm not going to recover and get back to break even today. But it's cool, whatever. I should have just left it alone. But y'all know how I am. If I miss a trade and I'm able to get into it properly, then I just have to take it. Let me mark on my chart though that the zigzag changed so that I know. And this is kind of what screws me when I'm back testing and stuff. As you can see, like, well, I mean, I would mark this as a loss if I was back testing, but I would never know that the zigzag changed at any point, you know? So it kind of screws me sometimes with my strategy, but actually, I don't know. I don't know when I looked at the prime highs and lows for divergence. I don't remember. I'm overlooking it. Y'all, I think I'm an idiot. When I came up with the if we're at the prime high and low and I'm okay with the wick, it wicking off the high and low, I didn't even have a whole lot of, well, I guess I kind of did. I think that I think the problem is the exact trade that I took where, let me look at the volume of that swing real quick. We got natural gas coming. Yeah. So at the time that I looked at it, I don't even know what day this is, but it was when I first started this particular journal because it's in the very beginning. Oh, interesting. So this was like 3 weeks ago that I was looking at it, and I didn't even have a lot of data for it to begin with, but for sure it was pretty much almost break even for when the current swing volume was less than the previous swing in the same direction. Now when the current swing was more than the previous direction, it was perfect, no losses. So I'm pretty sure we get rid of that. That burns. I don't know why I haven't paid attention to that. Why have I not paid attention to it? And I'm about to go through and see how many times I've won and lost since then. But 363. Losses like that is the worst because why did I even, I mean, I was smart to look into it, but I don't know why I didn't why I said it was okay. I think sometimes when I don't have enough data, especially back then, because I really didn't have enough data back then, but I think when it comes to stuff like that, you know, because I don't have a whole lot of data at the time, I'm like, okay, well, we could just wing it and be okay with it. Versus just sitting out and kind of seeing instead. Damn, I kind of missed that one. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. It's all good. I could have got in, but zigzag change, I would have had to break even on that one. And actually, no. Yeah, I definitely missed this sale right here though. Everything looked exactly how I wanted it to, which y'all can't see it. I missed that sale. Looking up this stuff. Because, I mean, at this point, I really don't want to trade anymore, but I'm going to. But that would at least brought me back a little bit, but... Dude, you have to be kidding me. No sale because we pushed off of that support level. No buy here either. Amelia, what came out of nowhere? What happened? The push down? What happened? I just want to stop having to learn more lessons, but it's my fault because I didn't backtest to start. Well, I did backtest, but not as much as I needed to. Wait till I tell you guys the stats. I don't even understand why I didn't pay attention to this. I don't get it. I don't. El estúpido. I should have been done this, but I legit don't understand why I didn't see this pattern before. I genuinely have no clue. I really don't. I just lost a trade like this yesterday, actually, as well. Alright, and then we have today, 6:21. What time was that trade? It's a minute ago. $9.14. Wait, what was the... hopefully next week we don't have to learn very many lessons. I really am just ready to get all of this over with. I have actually... I'm starting to kind of regret shutting down all of my 25Ks. Because I'm starting to think that maybe I want 2 25Ks, and here's why. By the time I start trading my PAs, I'm going to be pretty confident in the with the risk to reward, the win-loss ratio, profit and loss, whatever, with my strategy after I've made, all the adjustments and stuff. And it will be kind of nice to use two 25Ks and then the rest be 50Ks. Now, I already know that I'm not going to be that person that stops trading the 25Ks once I get to the payout threshold, because I don't want the accounts to close just because I only have $100 in drawdown. But the whole reason for me doing the 50Ks was because I know I'm going to continue trading those accounts. Why even give myself $500, really $1,000 a month less on those accounts for no reason, because the account balances are going to be the same anyway. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Part of me is like, should I get one more 25K account? I don't really know. We'll see how I feel next week, since this sale is going for a while. This is really weird price action. I just want y'all to know. Extremely weird. Oh, so here's the stats. Wait, where was I looking at it? I gotta get the previous data first. This is insane. I don't know how I didn't pay attention to this, and now I'm mad at myself because I'm so observant. I am such an observant person, so I've frustrated myself because why weren't you paying attention to this? All right, so June 2nd, the stats were this. For the setup, the way that I just lost it, where that swing right before I got into the trade was less volume than the previous swing in the same direction. 2 wins, a loss, and a break even. So because of that, I felt like I don't really have enough data to really be able to tell either way, because this was 3 weeks ago and I just pretty much had started the strategy. Since then, 1 win, 2 losses, 4 break evens. So the total is 3 wins, 3 losses, and 5 break evens, which means we don't need to trade it. Because now, after 5, almost 6 weeks, actually I think this would make week 6, it's basically break even. So there's no reason to trade it. And the only difference between the 1 win, there's the 1 win that I've had since June 2nd, the only difference between that trade and the other ones is the volume patterns of the 3 swings. So that could contribute to that win. I'm not sure, but I definitely don't want to trade that anymore. It doesn't make sense to. Yeah, legit doesn't make sense to. Now, for the trades where the volume of that swing before I get into the trade is more than the last swing in the same direction. Before June 2nd, it was 2 wins, no losses, no break evens. And since then, it's only set up 1 more time and it won. So it looks like if we have divergence and we stop at the prime lower, prime high, I need the volume to look a certain way, and then I know I can take it. And just leave it at that. Now, I'm curious to see how this trade is going to work out because, all right, so it does win. So this is the other thing. Now, I would have had to break even going, and this is why I didn't take it. I would have had to break even going into this zone, though, since it is counter trend. But I also need to look at when we react off the rotation level, because the rotation level is technically a prime lower, prime high, but there's a reason why it's a rotation versus a prime lower, prime high. I'm pretty sure I can take the trade when it wicks off of a rotation, but if this rotation was a prime low, no. I don't know how I didn't catch this before. And like I said, I legit just lost a trade like this yesterday. Same exact way. Now, granted, yesterday and today were the only losses since June 2nd, but literally, besides the one trade, all the other ones were break even. So what's the purpose? There is none. Just don't take the damn trade. I don't really care about break evens like that, but when you're breaking even that much, and most of the time I had to manually break even because the zigzag changed, and whenever I have to break even for a certain reason, I always put in parentheses right behind it, like if the trade would have TP'd or lost or broke even still, whatever. Like let's say for instance, I'm in a buy and I get to the sell rotation level, I manually break even and it stops me out at the break even. I will put that I broke even because we hit the sell rotation level for a buy, and then I'll put in parentheses if it would have pushed through for the full win or if it would have been a loss or whatever the case may be. So most of those break evens would have lost anyway. So why? So what did I think I've taken, how many trades have I taken today? I've taken 3 trades. For sure, 2 out of the 3 are invalid now. For sure. And I'm probably going to go out on a limb and say all 3 because of how we were in that zone when I took that trade, wherever the hell it is. Not that one. Wherever it is. And then I sat out of 2 wins. The sitting out of the 2 wins is the worst part. That's the worst part, but again, at least now I know. But it's just tough lessons when you're ready to just move the fuck on. I'm just ready to move on and get more days like yesterday. But that means that yesterday's profit should have been even more than what it was when you take out the loss from that divergence trade that I lost like I just did 30 minutes ago. Oh, I'm done. When is my birthday? My birthday is... Good morning, Rio. I'm dumb statement. My birthday is Tuesday. My birthday falls on a Tuesday a lot. Yep, June 25th. If you ever want to remember, just Google what day did Michael Jackson die. He died on my birthday. Thank God I was a Michael Jackson fan, don't get me wrong. But thank God I was not like a super fan because my man, you ruined my birthday forever. But yeah, I talk to myself like that sometimes. But y'all saw me talking myself through this damn trade journal. I still didn't even, I didn't choose one, but I know I'm just going to go with TradeZella. I think I'm going to go ahead and pay for it probably Sunday. Because at this point, maybe I will. I don't think I'm going to import all of my data from, oh, you dirty bastard. He didn't even give me time to export my stuff from the... I'm not going to be mad at Erwin. I think I am going to import all of the data from when I started this strategy with the POC. And I think I want to do that because just like the last time, what I like to do in my online trade journal is whenever I make new adjustments, and it invalidates a trade, I like to go back in and recategorize the trade as invalid now. So I have 2 different versions of invalid. So like the trade that I took earlier, the divergence off of the new low, when we don't do that on Fridays, I'll mark that as invalid because it always was invalid based on, rules already had. But then the stuff like the divergence that I took 30 minutes ago where I didn't have a rule for it, but now after looking through the data I like to categorize that as invalid now. And I like to do that because when you go through and you look at the win-loss ratio, the P&L and stuff for each setup, I like to look at the win-loss ratio of the invalid nows as well, because I like to see how many wins I've kind of missed out on from the new rules, but also compare that to how many losses I've mitigated since. Because as long as I'm mitigating significantly more losses than wins, we're good. But if I start to notice that I'm mitigating too many wins, then it's like, okay, hold on. I think the one thing that I am going to change this time, though, is hopefully they allow me to, because I didn't see like all the features with tags and stuff. That is one thing I did not like about my previous trade journal, is that they had tags but it wasn't used properly, and it was, I think they called it like metrics or something, and it was impossible for you to look at certain metrics with how you tagged things. So I wasn't really a fan of that. But aside from that, hopefully they allow me to do certain tags so that even if I have everything, like all of my setups that are now invalid marked as now invalid, I want to be able to differentiate between it's now invalid and it's a regular pullback, or it's now invalid and it's a counter trend divergence. Hopefully I'm able to do that, because that's extremely helpful, but we'll see. We will see. All right, let's see how we react here. Even though I am a little bit annoyed, I'm not gonna lie, part of me is, I wouldn't even say thankful because I ain't thankful for no losses, but I am happy that when I look through, like, okay, yeah, today fucking sucks, we're 0-3, but all 3 losses can be mitigated. So can we really be mad? No. But I feel like at this point, most of my adjustments have been with my regular pullback. I swear. Last week, I think I did have to make some adjustments to the pullbacks to my middle and major levels. But aside from that, most of my adjustments are the regular pullbacks, because honestly, because of how the market's been moving, the regular pullbacks they've been setting up a lot, but with those, it was kind of really easy for me to see which setups for that I could not take no matter what. But then there were also some where it was like, this is kind of iffy, I don't have enough data, and now I'm getting the data that I need. I do still feel like there's a couple of adjustments I might have to make with that, but everything else, especially like the divergences, I have nothing to do with that. Besides obviously today, me finding out that I was trading the prime low and prime high wrong. But aside from that, I think I'm kind of good. We'll see though. We will see. All right, we pushed too far off of the support level. Well, it's acting as resistance, but let's see. Totally feel vexed because of sitting out. Yeah. It's just, if I just had those 2 trades in here where we sat out of that were full wins, I would only be down like $120. So that's where the part of the annoyance can honestly come from. Like, how come every trade I took is the ones I wasn't supposed to take? But at least only 1 out of the 2 was just a genuine mistake of me not remembering a rule. The other 2, there was no rule. What can you do? There was not. But I just want to go into next week not having to make not another adjustment, unless it's already something that I've been trying to figure out if it needed to be adjusted. Aside from that, no more adjustments, please. I'm tired. I'm very tired. Ugh. Tired of adjusting. I am. I really am. I really fucking am. right, well, you can just push as far as you would like. That's fine. But yeah, I'm tired of learning. I don't want to learn anymore. I want to just be done with all of this. I want to be done. This has been a major swing from the high of yesterday to the low of today as far as my P&L goes. I'm just waiting for this to kind of push either way. We're starting to trade under the major level. That's the green, thick green dotted line. So I'm trying to see if we're actually going to push and break down here or if we are going to reject and push back up. Can't take that. Well, this isn't weird. All right, so we're trying to continue the uptrend. Fuck. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Pushed far enough away. $97.75. Pushed away from that. It's 10 o'clock already. I'm trying to see if this divergence setup is going to set up. Okay, we created an outside bar instead. There was a lot of volume in the candle, almost 3,000. All right, I couldn't take it. I want to see if this one bar pullback works. I've been thinking about, I'm going to have to go back and look at the one bar pullbacks because I think the best ones happen when it's rotating over a level like it's doing right now. So I'm sitting out because I really don't trust one bar pullbacks right now. And yeah, see, it would have lost. I feel like it's only the VWAPs though that it works best with, but I'm not really sure. I don't want to take this trade because this is kind of setting up almost like that trade from yesterday where I won the trade, but I really should have gotten a loss from it because my entry was one tick higher than what it was supposed to be, and it was a sell. So I looked up that time, but I just don't want to take it because the zigzag was initially attached here. So this is not a true zigzag to me. So let's see what happens, but watch, this will be the time it wins, of course. But yeah, I just know that was the only reason why I lost that trade yesterday. Or I lost the next one, but that one I ended up breaking even on. Or winning. What am I talking about? Winning. Where's Applejacks? I'm not even sure. I'm not sure. Oh, listen, Amelia. You would be surprised. You would be surprised how many people don't know about rolling over. And like some stuff, I just feel like it's not even their responsibility to say anymore, honestly. Some stuff is really just starting to get on my nerves, because at what point do we just take accountability, you know? Because like you said, if you don't know about rolling over contracts, it's just basic stuff, you know? And yesterday, and even this morning, I saw somebody this morning say something about when people ask, I think people were asking about why they have PAs that are disappearing or something. And the guy was like, oh, when people ask this question, mods disappear. How many times does that bot have to tell you that mods are not support? And also that we're volunteers. And I don't have to answer any damn question I don't want to. And how about I don't damn know? I don't know why your stuff disappeared. I haven't a clue. I don't damn know. If this loses, I'm gonna kind of be irritated because the POC is on my middle level and I stopped taking those trades, and I just looked back at it a couple of days ago, and the ones that lost were for a different reason. So I might have to go back to not taking it. Of course. Of fucking course. So I'll just have to go back to not taking it. I promise I just looked at this the other day. Literally just did. Now, if it stops me out to go exactly where the hell I want it to go, that's going to make me even more mad. But I'm following my rules, so whatever, I guess. But I literally... When did I look at this? I could tell you the exact date. Just looked at it on Tuesday. And so far, it's set up in the last 6 weeks, three times, and it won all 3 times. So why lose today? Of all days for you to lose. Now, it did set up other times, but, you know, when I went back and looked, we've already kind of filtered those losses out. I mean, it's not hard for me to sit out of that trade, but it's just annoying because you've literally won every other time except this one. So why? But again, that's on me, because if it only set up 3 times in 6 weeks, why just don't take it. So that's literally my fault. Now I'm gonna get into this next buy. However, if the zigzag changes, I have to get out, which it probably will. And I'm starting to not like the divergence trades at all, where my zigzag is the same color of the direction I'm going. I'm starting to hate it. How much volume in it? Almost 1,500. So I have my finger on the break even button since I have to hit it pretty quickly. Man, I cannot believe I just lost so much. You're not gonna do this. Now the POC dropped to my middle level exact. Alright, so we pushed down a little bit. Not far enough though. The fundamental, yeah, I just don't get it. That's like the number of people who were writing in the chat yesterday that their payout window was not open because it did not count Wednesday as a trading day. Wednesday is not counted as a trading day on my PA charts. And then I had to put one guy in his place because he wrote, he said, because they did not count the 19th as a trading day. I said, well, they didn't do anything. It is standard that a half-day holiday is not a trading day. That's standard. And I said, never mind the fact that we literally have been saying this all day yesterday. Today is not a trading day. We actually started saying it the night of the 18th. The night of the 18th, I told everybody multiple times, starting from 5 p.m. on the 18th until 3:59 p.m. on the 20th. That is one trading day. Like, what do y'all expect from us? I don't understand. I don't understand. Just don't. I don't know if it's because these people are coming from Forex. I know there's a lot of newbie traders that are just so excited about this opportunity that they totally forget that regardless, outside of the opportunity, there are things that you just need to know about trading, period. Period. It's just like they had to stop putting out notices about high impact news that was coming because one day they basically forgot to put it in the notice board, and people blamed Apex for them not knowing that there was news coming up because it wasn't in the notice board. Are you well? What? And then you have them putting it in the notice board and people will still say, I didn't know there was high impact news. My goodness, people. My goodness. Then, of course, yesterday you had people who were, I guess they were complaining that something happened with Rhythmic around 12 something yesterday. I don't know. I be off the charts. Y'all know that. But we're mad because there was nothing that was going to be done. You guys, if it's not widespread, there's nothing that's going to be done. You can send all the tickets that you want to. You can do all of these things. But this is the standard. I don't know if price started moving crazy. I have no idea what happened at that time. But I just know you guys watch me every day. You guys have seen that I don't really have issues like that. And again, it's not to discount because it could be wherever they're trading for. I don't freaking know. But my goodness. Can we just be happy that when there is widespread outages that are acknowledged by the data providers, that Apex does do something about it when they technically don't have to, because we all sign documents agreeing and noting that Apex is not responsible. I don't know, man. I don't know. These people just act so helpless. So 3, 3, 5, 0. I'm like transferring all the notes that I put on my notepad about that divergence at the prime, low, and high. I'm just putting it in my notebook. Oh wait. No, why'd you have to push that far? Alright, I looked at that. Do I want to take a nap or do I want to tell her 2:30? I need a nap. All right, we're back here at my major level again. Oh, there is something else I want to look at over the weekend, but it's going to take me a minute to get through. I'm looking for something real specific. Wait, is it that? No. what kind of push we have here. I want to try to get into a divergent sell with this particular divergence, but we'll see. I'm extremely tired. I don't really want to take it if it's this close to this buy rotation level though. It would be pointless. I gotta break even immediately. I don't even want a chance not being able to break even immediately. It looks like we might try to push like that anyway. Where is, I know I looked at this. No, I looked at this recently. Alright, the PLC is too low anyway now. Where's it at? Alright, that's a little better. As long as the PLC stays high. Did it touch that? No, it didn't. Oh my god, you guys. We gotta fucking win. Gracious, I forgot what it feels like to win trade. Great. It feels so great to win a trade. I have to stop watching Methodical Man's YouTube. One of his mods is obnoxious. You should do this and listen to me stuff. Ew. I don't, yeah, most of the time with them, I just have them on in the background, honestly. But I just feel like when I get to the point of having mods, I'm basically just going to make all of you guys mods who have been here from the beginning. I don't think I need mods at the moment, but once, you know, the viewership starts to increase and I need mods, I'm just going to choose you guys. Y'all are, I feel like y'all are a great reflection of me. Like, I don't want mods who are going to turn people off. You know what I mean? All of us are fun. We think alike. Y'all are not rude people. Even when we discuss like trades and stuff, it's very simple of, yo, I'm in this. This is what I'm looking at type of thing. And that's it. There's no, you know, extraness to it. Like a listen to me, I'm right. Kind of like some of the stuff that Alpine deals with in his stream. There's none of that. And I appreciate that. Because everybody technically can be right. It just depends on what you're looking at. That's it. Why the can't I find this? I'm looking for something and I can't freaking find it. And I know I just looked at it. Where is it? I literally know I just looked at it. 66846. find what I'm looking for though. I know I just looked at it. No, that doesn't count. I just looked at this. When was it though? I don't know. I'm gonna have to find it later. Definitely gonna have to find it later. I noticed that on his channel as well, Amelia. And he doesn't say anything to him? Because I'm pretty sure if they're obnoxious, it's a man. No offense to you guys out there, but I totally spam the chat, so annoying. It's gotten so bad in there that I couldn't take it anymore. That's whack. And it's like, can you not tell that somebody's ruining your community? I guess I don't really understand that part. Like, how do you not know that this person is like ruining the peace that some people might have watching your streams? I'm actually glad that he's starting to do the recaps again, which I understand why people don't really like doing them. I stopped doing them because, first of all, I don't think that doing them that early in my journey on YouTube is smart or even makes sense. Even though like the editing was pretty easy because I would just cut the front and back end off and just upload it. The recap videos are not really something that you see a whole lot of views on when you compare it to just your regular streams, which is weird because you would think that it would be the opposite, since you can consume all of 2 hours in 6 minutes, 6 to 10 minutes. But I don't know, for whatever reason, that's just how it is. So for me, I just stopped doing it. I said that one day I would start doing it again, but I'm gonna wait until my viewership it makes sense, because right now it just doesn't make sense to me. But because I can't watch everybody's replay, I do like watching recaps. I do, I'm not gonna lie. And this is gonna drive me crazy, and that I can't find the study point that I'm looking for. Because where is it? Where is it? I legit know I looked at this. I know I did. So where is the data? And I looked at it recently. I am so freaking sleepy. I looked at it recently. I highly doubt I'm gonna get any more trades. Where the hell did I see this? Nope, it's not that. I'm just waiting on the pullback, see when it happens, where it happens, see if we can get into another trade. Let's see if the 1 bar pullback off of the VWAP works. If not, I'm just giving up on 1 bar. Yeah, it still doesn't work. Yeah, maybe I'll just know 1 bar pullbacks. I mean, I haven't been taking them, but I have been paying attention to them, and I just can't find where it works. Can't find where it works. Yeah, he is super nice. And that's really why I like watching his channel. And I love how transparent he is, especially when it comes to how much he's making off of affiliate commissions. Number one, just from being a content creator myself, seeing what the possibilities could be, but also because I don't really like... So I know that a lot of them don't share it because I can't remember if it's in the affiliate contract or not, but there are some affiliate contracts where you cannot talk about how much you make, even if it's just from standard commissions and not like any backdoor deals or anything like that. So I don't know. I do feel like he did mention in one of the videos about like a NDA being in part of one of the contracts. I'm not really sure, but at least he still shares how much he makes from affiliate commissions, even though he doesn't break it down and say, oh, this is how much is from Bulenox, this is how much from Apex, da 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 da. He still is willing to share it, and I actually appreciate that. I don't really think, because I know finances, income, money is one of those things that some people feel like is rude to ask certain people, right? But I don't feel like it's rude for someone who uses my code to ask me how much I make. That's just me personally. But I also am somebody who had a whole finance channel talking about my debt, my income, and being really transparent with that. So maybe that's why it doesn't bother me. I think if you're just a random person like in Discord asking me, that is extremely rude. But yeah, I'm not really bothered. Like, I shared how I think last month, I think my affiliate commissions were like $5.90 or something like that. It was a great month. Thank you guys for using my code. But yeah, I'm not really bothered by that. At all. What is the... Oh, we got a zigzag change. I'm so sick of zigzag changes on my regular pullbacks. Oh, but we gotta win. We gotta fucking win. Great. But yeah, I think because of his methodical man's personality and how nice he is, that he really has to be careful with who he mods. Because if they're not a direct reflection of him, it just does not look good. At all. Alright, so this is the trade that... Let's see if the POC stays, and it doesn't. Alright, I'm going to take this trade, but if the zigzag changes here, I am going to break even. Because it's a weak level. And of course we win. I only wanted to do that because I'm pretty sure I lost a... Shit, maybe I didn't. Fuck. Actually, I don't think I was supposed to break even. The trade, that's why I did it. So yesterday I was looking at zigzag changes when the level is weak, and there were only two instances that I could see, but both of them are invalid now. So I don't really know, but I am glad that I did break even there because I can, well, maybe it's because of that though. I told you guys that I'm starting to look at, like, here. I need to start putting the volume back on the swings. But anyway, the volume of this swing was less than the volume of this one, which means that the trend is possibly coming to an end. So the fact that that happened, plus this is a weak level and it didn't even pull all the way back to my level, that is the same trade that I would have lost yesterday, but I didn't get into it. And the zigzag changed on that trade as well. And this is basically kind of like the same thing happening, so that's why I wanted to break even. So I don't think that I have to break even on weak levels per se, but I told you guys I am going to start looking at when this stair stepping kind of thing happens, because even then, so the volume of this swing is less than the volume of this swing is less than the volume of this swing, and you can see immediately we had a push up. So that's the thing that I told you guys I'm going to start making note of in my notes, because I do think that it's important for me to pay attention to that. But like this trade, the swing of this was more than this. No, wait. The swing of this was more than the swing of this, the volume. And we had a nice push down because that was indicative of the trend is still going. And now look, so we had this first push after two consecutive swings down of volume like decreasing. We had this push up, then we come and we create a double bottom and we start pushing up again. Green, so green, can't take this particular divergence, but you see, like, this is, for me, when I'm first like putting together a strategy or whatever, like this is a whole strategy change since I'm not trading the same way as before. There are certain things that I just cannot pay attention to because I'm really paying attention to what is going to validate my trades and what's not. But now that my rules are quite set, I mean, I'm still making adjustments, right? But for the most part, they're pretty set. I can pay attention to things like this. So now I can pay attention to, hey, like if we have this stair step like this and then we create a double bottom, take the trade, because we're more than likely going to push up, and look what happens. This is a 50 tick move off of this double bottom. And that's 50 ticks from this close. So whatever number is here, that's from the close up. If you count the first 32 ticks, this is an 82 tick move or 84 tick move from bottom to top right now. So yeah, this is definitely something that I've been noticing for sure. For sure. I believe it is good to be truthful, even though I have zero interest in what's in another man's pocket. Exactly. And I mean, he doesn't have to be transparent with that. I feel like with YouTubers who are trading, what's most important to me when it comes to transparency is being transparent with your P&L, especially, first of all, not that I don't respect traders who put out content and they don't trade live, because I still respect content creators, period, to a certain extent, because it takes a lot for the people who are being vulnerable. It takes a lot to be vulnerable to strangers on the internet, right? And that's probably why a lot of people don't post their losses and stuff. But I don't really respect people who just put out content in regards to like strategies. Look at this strategy, because it's so easy for me to take this chart and say, hey, here's a strategy you can do. When you see da 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 da, do this, because in hindsight, everything is 2020, right? So I always will respect live streamers more. And I respect when they, like I'm doing, show your P&L throughout the process. I get why, like Nutty, for instance, I get why he does not copy trade. I get why he does not show the trades that he's taking off stream. while he's streaming, because if you, and I hope that he does do this, because I did hear him say in one of his recaps that he was going to do his TradeZilla where he does all of the off stream accounts, I think, in one, and then his streaming account in another, to show the difference between the P&L and the win-loss ratio. That's obviously a psychology issue, right? Because you're not you are trading different, but you're only trading different because you're thinking about the fact that this streaming account people can see. So I still respect Nutty even from that aspect, because he does go through on his recaps and show you what he's making off stream. Do some people have an issue with it? Absolutely, and I can understand why they have an issue with it. I personally don't have an issue with it. Now, I don't like people who, like, I get off the stream negative $200 and I come back to you tomorrow like, oh yeah, y'all, when I turned off the stream, then all of a sudden, some way, somehow, I made 400 on top of that. Like, I don't really get down with that, especially when it happens often. If it doesn't happen often, total difference, but when it happens often, it's like, I don't get it. You could have just stayed on the damn stream then, because it looks a little sus. But yeah, like, I just appreciate the people who are live streamers, because it takes a lot. I mean, coming from me, I've been losing in front of y'all for 6 months. Now, granted, I have a reason why I'm losing for 6 months, right? Because putting together a strategy is not easy. It's not like I could look online and say, hey, teach me how to trade Rinkos with volume. There's no, go Google Rinkos and see how much information you get, you know? So it's a reason. But yeah, I just don't like the trading content creators who just put out, here's a strategy for you, because no. But I appreciate everyone who's 100% transparent when it comes to how much they're making trading. Even when it comes to me, like I told you guys that when I get to a certain point, I'm not going to share my P&L, but that's because I'm a Black woman and doing so is dangerous. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm not part of a racial community where doing that is smart. I'm just not. So I'm not going to do it. However, because you guys are traders yourself and because you guys are smart as hell, you guys are going to be able to see my P&L for my one account, know how many accounts I have, and multiply it in your head. If I request payouts, I will let you guys know in the stream. I'm not going to make a video on it or have like how Alpine has how much money he withdrew total this year and total, and Nutty is doing it now. Black woman can't do it. I can't. But after I request a payout and I get approved, I'm absolutely going to tell you guys in the stream though. So that's just something that I'm not going to be able to do, unfortunately. Notorious for that a few years ago. He was red when I watched, and all of a sudden he was green a lot. Yeah, that's kind of the person I'm talking about. I heard about that a lot. I didn't really start following him until recently. And even then, I don't even know if I'm subscribed to him, but because I've watched so many of his recaps or the videos that he puts out when he requests payouts, it's always recommended to me. But I do appreciate his transparency now, but you know, sometimes you just wonder like why you couldn't be this transparent before. But a lot of times, like I said, I think it's just that people don't want to lose in front of people, which I understand. Wholeheartedly understand. All right, we got like 3 minutes left. We're not gonna get anything else, but I can say that I am at least happy that I got back below 250. Y'all know that's my goal for being negative for a day, so it's nice that I was able to claw back a little bit. I am going to be extremely frustrated with myself after I go through all this damn data and see that, baby, you didn't even have to be negative any of these days. That's the most frustrating part about this entire process, is as I'm mitigating losses by making adjustments to my strategy and I go back to, you know, the previous week or the current week so far, and I just start Xing out things that are not valid anymore, and then I write down what is valid, then I'm like, bitch, you've been struggling for no reason. But that's part of the process of putting a strategy together. As frustrating as it may be, it is what it is. You can't skip the process, not when you want this to be a long-term thing, which is what I want. I don't want to be lucky. I want to be able to say, no, I have a set strategy that works consistently and it's getting me consistent payouts, and it has a tight stop loss, and I am scalping. I'm only in trades for a couple of seconds, and it's precise and it works. That's what I want to be able to say. Is that the, oh yeah, it is. All right, cool. I mean, that's old. All right, we broke through, but we only got like 2 minutes left, so I'm gonna go ahead and oh yeah, I only took one trade before we got on stream, and I'm pretty sure I already showed you guys. So I took 7 trades today. 1, 2, lost 4, broke even on 1. There was one trade where I got like an extra 2 ticks of a loss on, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're only going for 18, it's kind of a lot. So sometimes what I do like to do is on the trades like that where I lost 103 versus 93, I like to really look at those, because that lets me know that price really pushed against me. You get what I'm saying? So I really need to look at that and see which loss that was. But either way, so it wasn't a horrible day. Like I said, out of the 3 losses, I'm quite sure, and actually I think that third loss was when the POC was right on my middle level. I'm quite sure once I look at all 3 of these, or 4 of these losses, it's not even going to be a thing anymore. But we'll see. Let me show you guys the accounts dashboard. So you guys can see the accounts. Overall, not the most horrible week. And I don't know why that highlighted like that. I have no idea. But this is where we are. So if I look at the trade performance for the week, so the trade performance for the week, what did I say I was today? 2 and 4, I think. I can tell you guys what my win-loss was for the week. If I can find the right page in my notebook. All right, so it looks like I won 10 trades, lost 8, 9, 12. So won 10, lost 12, broke even on 3, I think, for the week. So that's not the most horrible week. I mean, considering I would have definitely liked it to be a lot better than that. But it looks like for the week, I am down 312 in one account and 322 in another. So not bad at all. Still have almost $2,200 in drawdown left on this account, and then $1,500 left on that account. So account 24, I need to either pass or fail, or at least get back to full drawdown by the end of Friday's session, because it renews on the 1st. And then account 22, I'm quite sure renews on the 5th. So we kind of have almost until the end of the following week for that one. So I'm not too much worried about that. But it'll be nice to be able to try to pass this one at least, since we're not that far off from being funded, but we'll see. But I usually watch his recaps. Me too. Most people's recaps. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe this weekend and enjoy your weekend as well. And I'll see you guys Monday. Bye, guys.